Hi everyone! Welcome back to the channel. So glad you're here. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be doing a little decorating today with an old window from a Victorian home. Here we go. Don't forget to check me out on Etsy. The link to my shop is in the description of every video. Well, how the heck are you guys? I hope you're doing fabulous. I'm doing fabulous. Yeah, we did have the flu in the house, but I became, like a hand washing freak and disinfecting everything. So I ended up coming out pretty okay. I didn't end up getting the flu. So yay! Not so much for my husband though. He ended up getting it. But yeah, first thing here, we washed the wall down, and then I put a couple screws in the wall with some anchors to make sure it's nice and sturdy. And this is an awesome piece that I found while thrifting. It's an 8-panel window from an old Victorian home. I did stick a couple screws in the back of it and used some picture hanging wire to make sure it's nice and sturdy because the window is kind of heavy. The window does have kind of a yellowish tone to it. Um, that's just normal aging to the paint, and it also does have a lot of like chipping and that, but I really enjoy that. I love that patina. Now I took some of that trim, like toe board, that would go at the bottom of your walls, and made like a little shelf, just tacked it in the bottom, with a couple nails. And I'm tacking a few more of those little picture hanging nails, the little finishing nails, in a few spots on this window because I have a few things I do want to hang. This is something that I made. It's a book page swag, which I'll insert how you do that. It is basically just some book pages that I have kind of tea-dyed around the edges. They did have a yellowish color to begin with because, it was an old book. But I just love the look of it. And I just tied some ribbons to it to kind of give it a little extra added interest. Okay, here's my scissors. And just a little container of just a bunch of bits of ribbon. We have our twine, or whatever you want to use, some kind of string, and then the books, the jacked up books. Yeah, you can see they're not in the best of shape. Been written on and torn, and the covers are gone, so anything like that. I think I'm going to go with the small one here, the smaller book, because it'll make smaller pieces. So they tear off very easily. You take your scissors and just cut the page in half, just like so, and you just keep pulling them off and cutting them in half, just like that. And you can even make them smaller if you like, depending on the size that you want. But what I did was actually made a whole stack like that. Just took and made a whole stack of them, pages that were cut in half like that. And I think this is like hemp string, something like that. It's a little stiffer, but it's fairly thin string, but it's very strong string. So I'm going to use that. And I'm taking the page and folding it in half, and then taking the scissors and making a little cut right in the center there. See, when you open it up, you have that little slit there in the center that you're going to feed your string through. But we crumble it up. Not like really tightly, but just a crumble to get it kind of, a little funky. That's going to give it a little bit of a fluff when you get it all together. So you just take it and slide it on the string. And then you just keep going. You take another page that you've cut in half, fold it over, take your scissors and make a little cut right there in the center. And then open it up and do a light crumble. This is a really awesome project for just sitting in front of the TV and having you a stack of book pages already cut. And then just while you're watching, just feed them onto the string, crumble them up, cut them, do your thing. And before you know it, after a couple evenings of this, you'll have quite a bit accomplished. But see how thick and full this is? Again, I used a full book, and ever so often I would tie a couple different types of ribbon on there just for added interest. And I put a few loops in there too, for hanging purposes. And it's different. It's something different to add a little bit of interest to your display. It's always awesome too when you can repurpose something that otherwise would end up in the trash. Next, we have just a canvas tote. I added a tag to it that I embellished with some more ribbon and little bow, just kind of like a ephemera scrapbooking type thing. And then I took an old button and put it on there too for added interest. I love roses that are dried. These are not dried. Um, these are actually faux flowers that have that dried look to them. They have kind of um, a washed out look to them with a little bit of brown in them, to look like they're dried. And I just love that. They are so hard to find. I got these quite a few years ago, and I cannot remember where I found them. It might have been like a little floral boutique or something like that, but I wish I could find more of them. Anybody knows where I can find some, let me know. But I have this little wooden, I don't know, I guess you would call her a fairy or something. And I've tucked her into the roses. And I thought, why not? I'll take this old clock face and shove that in there too to add a little bit more interest and fill it out on that side. Now I'm taking these antique silver containers with a little bit of greenery, sticking them in there, and those are going to go on my makeshift shelf that I did. Now I'm using this museum wax, which is awesome. I got it off of Amazon, I think, and you just take a little piece of it and roll it into a ball and stick it on the underside of what you're wanting to stay put. That little area there where I'm doing this is basically in a walkway, so I'm concerned with it, possibly getting knocked off. So this way, it'll keep it put and it won't go anywhere. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this decorate with me and how to video. If you haven't already, again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Sharing also helps. And if you want to know when I do another video, hit that bell icon and you'll get notified, hopefully. Hopefully you'll get notified. YouTube, I don't know what's up with them sometimes. But let me know in the comment section if you decide to try doing the book page swag, or if you already have something like this in your home, like one of these old windows. They're so awesome. So, again, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a fabulous week. And until next time, guys, see you later.